guys. So, Steve Ulo here, Dan's Loft, and we've had an interesting week with pigeon tossing. So I think I got an answer to what happened on the 40 mile on Wednesday and why my birds were an hour later than they should be. And they definitely got sucked up with pigeons from New York, training down Route 78 in New Jersey out west. So my birds must have swung north of where they were released a few miles and got sucked in with birds from New York, because I got a phone call yesterday that one of my birds was found in Westchester County, New York, and that is 80 miles from where they were released and 51 miles north of me. So it explains why my birds got back in about 45 minutes to an hour later than they should have. They went north probably 50 miles and then figured it out and came back. So I'm grateful that the majority of them came back. I'm actually only down 3 from that day. So all in all, not too bad. I've done think 3 more tosses since then, and it's gone much better. Today the birds actually beat me home by about, I want to say, 15 minutes. They didn't trap in right away, but they were home. I have a camera on the back of the house, so on the ride home I checked, and when I was about 10-15 minutes away from home, they were on my my neighbor's roof, and then they came right down when I called them. And I'm going to put a clip of the tosses and that at the end of the video. But yesterday I gave them a day off, and I just let them loft fly in the morning. Nothing crazy, but yeah, I did get a couple injuries to some birds, so we'll get into that. And I got another bird here that's not mine, so we'll talk about that too. So yesterday, or 2 days ago, I did a toss, and my Kittle Black Widow right there wasn't home with the birds, and that's not usual for him. He's been extremely consistent. So I knew something had to have happened, and I was really hoping he came back. I really like this bird. He's a really good bird. I've been really looking forward to see what he can do. But we got the answer yesterday when I let the birds out to loft fly. He showed up, so he must have been close and saw the birds and came right over. But let's see if we can get him to turn. So if you can see, he's not staying still. Right there, he hit a wire coming home. It's mostly superficial. It's not that much damage. Mostly ripped out feathers. A little cut on his right side on his chest, but really not that bad. So he's going on the injured reserve for a couple of weeks. I'm mostly just happy I got this bird back, and I still have a chance to see what he can do. We obviously found out that he's tough because he still came home, and he's pretty smart because he still came home. But yeah, I'm glad I have him. So he's going to be on the shelf and recuperating for a couple of weeks. But I'm glad I got him back. And then I have my white hen here, who got hawked. She has no tail and an injured left foot, and her chip band is gone. So something got a hold of her and ripped the chip band off over her foot and her tail out. I think she's going to be fine. She's going to recover. This is going to be a lot longer than my Kittle. But again, I'm glad I got the bird back. She was doing pretty well too. She's always late on the tosses. She does struggle to keep up with the other birds, I think. But she always comes home. But yeah, this she got pretty banged up, so she's isolated right now, and we'll let her recover. And then today, on the toss down by Trenton, my birds brought this guy home with them, and he is a bird from the Staten Island Pigeon Club. So today was my turn to bring some birds back with me from New York. The New York guys sucked all my birds in this past Wednesday, and today was my turn. I sucked in some of their birds, but this guy actually trapped in with my birds. So I grabbed them, I contacted the club, and the guy who owns it said to feed him for a day or two and then just let him out and see if he goes home. Me personally, I would have went and picked up my bird. The guy only lives about 20-25 minutes from here, so I mean, no offense if it's your bird, but it's pretty lazy. I mean, come pick up your bird. I'm nice enough to take care of him for you. At least come get him. But, you know, to each their own, I guess. And then he said that if he comes back to my coop, to just keep him. So, I mean, whatever. I guess some people are, you know, do things a little differently. I would have went and picked my bird up. But, let me show you my bird that was in Westchester, New York. So there he is. One of my Deverants was in Westchester County, New York, 51 miles from here. And the lady who found him was so nice. She was like probably one of the nicest people I've met, you know, stranger-wise, that, you know, was willing to help. She got the bird, and she went to the store and bought food, and she was feeding them and giving them water while she was waiting, you know, to hear from me, because I missed her call the first time. Well, actually, my club had the wrong phone number down, so she called the wrong person and then had to call back and call another guy to get in contact with me. But she lived, about 57 miles from me, where she had this bird. And when I told her how far I lived, she offered to meet me halfway, and she did. So that was super nice of her. She didn't have to do that at all. I would have went the full way and got it if I had to. But I really appreciate her being willing to meet me in the middle and give me the bird. So she turned a pretty long trip into a little under an hour. But yeah, so that's an update on the birds. They're going again tomorrow. I'm dropping them off to my friend John before work. Not all of them. I'm taking about 25 of them with me tomorrow. I got this guy's on, the Black Widow's on the shelf. Deverant's getting the day off tomorrow. The white one's obviously getting the day off tomorrow. And one of my late hatches took a little longer to get home today than the rest of the birds. Actually, a good amount longer than them, which is normal too. He's pretty young, so I think I'm going to give him the day off as well tomorrow, just because he's been pushing himself, and he's coming back. He's just not doing it fast. He's just lagging behind the rest. So I don't know if he goes down and just breaks away from them and takes a break. But he's not coming back with the rest of them. I mean, and some of the other late hatches are performing much, much better. Like this one here. I don't know her pedigree. She was given to me by a club member as a young bird, 26, 27 days old. And she is one of my youngest birds in here. And she's performing phenomenally. On the 40, where they all got sucked north, she came home really late. She came home right before dark that day. So she went probably just as far north as the other guy, but turned around and came back. And I gave her a couple days off, and then today was the first time I put her back with the team, and she was right back with them all. She didn't miss a beat. So she's doing really well. So that other bird, I don't know. We'll see. This is a sports team, so there's going to be birds that need to be put down to rest, and some birds that, have a little more stamina in them. Like my white one over there was missing since Wednesday, and I picked her up. Someone called me in Perth Amboy who found her with the missing tail and the broken foot. Not yesterday, the day before, and she was skin and bones. I mean, not much left to her. Her poop looks good today, and she's eating and drinking well, so she'll be fine. But my Deverant here has been missing since the same day, and he wasn't caught until last night. So he didn't get anything to eat until last night, and he hasn't lost an ounce of weight. So some of the birds break down a little differently than the others, which I'm learning. The Deverants seem to be really tough birds. He's actually the younger sibling of my Deverant that was gone for 2 weeks and came back and didn't lose any weight from that either. So the Deverants don't break down. These birds seem to be, I was told they're for the tough races, tough conditions, and that's proven true, because these birds seem to be almost indestructible. They just, no matter how long they're gone, they come back in good shape. But he's going to get the day off tomorrow too, because he's been gone since Wednesday. So he's going to get tomorrow, maybe the next day. We'll see. I'll check him out and see how he is, but he looks fine. And there's the bird that he got a day off too, because he had the one-eye cold, and I gave him the shot of antibiotics, and he only missed one toss. I gave him the shot of antibiotics the night before Thursday. What did he miss? He actually missed the 40-mile toss. I gave him the shot of antibiotics Tuesday night. He missed the 40 on Wednesday, and on Thursday I didn't do the toss because they had a rough Wednesday. So he was right back on Friday, and he hasn't skipped a beat. But yeah, all right. So there's this weekend's update, and I'll add some clips of the birds flying at the end. You can see how they're doing, and until the next video.
Get out of the picture.